Oh wow, we're on.
We're on,
Joel.
We're on.
Here's to us.
Here's to the freaking weekend, except it's Monday. Cheers. Not great.
Not our best Prosecco.
Not our best.
But it was on offer.
Yeah.
And we love a bargain.
We do.
British bargain.
Above everything else, it's bougie on a budget. Here we go.
Hi everybody.
Welcome back.
Today we're gonna, this evening, not today, we're gonna talk about, it's Joel and Lia spilling the tea on the worst brands we've ever worked with.
Oh my gosh. Oh, we're never gonna work with anyone ever again.
I know, but that's fine. It's worth it.
But yeah, it's worth it. Because we're transparent.
We are, Joel, because we've got a rule that we wait 2 years until we release any tea.
Yes.
And this tea, I believe, is from over 2 years ago, is it not?
It is over 2 years ago. And actually, with this example, because I know which one we're going to talk about, it's not that we don't like the brand, it's just that the experience wasn't great.
And do you know the year it was in?
I think it was 2019 or 2018.
Where did we fly to?
Sweden.
Okay, was I still with my ex, or was I with my, or was I single, or was I with Ash?
I think you were with Ash.
Really? When we went to Sweden? Okay, maybe. Anyway, I don't remember. All I remember is us getting flown out and basically becoming prisoners from the moment we arrived.
Yeah. So basically, obviously some brands that we work with, it's just a sponsored video, and so we just work by email, back and forth between us, our management, and the brand, the agency, blah, blah, blah. But sometimes we get invited on experiences, and this was a really great one where the brand wanted to fly us out to Sweden to spend the weekend with the brand and all the other influencers that were there.
Yeah.
And they had an itinerary, and it sounded great.
It sounded wonderful.
And in many ways it was great, but there were a few things that made the weekend a bit miserable.
Okay, first things first, don't feed people nothing but a leaf. Like, I'm sorry, but just feed people well.
Food is the main criticism from this brand.
Me and you are like, we didn't get fed. No, I'm not joking. There wasn't enough food.
Honestly, they had a 3-course meal. It was piddly meals. It was all vegan as well, so it wasn't very filling. I'm all for being vegan, but like...
vegan can be filling, but this was just vegan.
It was just vegetables.
And vet. It was just like a little tiny leaf. And it was like, bon appetit. And we were like, genuinely, we were Googling like, do they have Deliveroo in Sweden?
Yeah, and this is the thing. Normally, we've done this before in events in London, where they put us up in a hotel. It's not a problem. We just go back to the hotel, we order some food, get it delivered. We ordered Greg's to our 5-star hotel, the Hari Hotel.
They must have been mortified when he came in.
Because the delivery driver came in and he didn't come to our door. It was the housekeeping people that came up, the butler that came up with our Greg's bag with a smirk on his face.
And we were like...
Anyway, the point is, we're used to doing that in England. So at the time it was like, well, don't worry, we'll just put up with it.
Yeah.
And when we go to bed, we'll order food. But we're in Sweden, we didn't know how to. And we're in the middle of nowhere. We're literally in the middle of the ocean almost.
Yeah.
Right on the coast.
Really? Gosh, I didn't even look at where we were on the map.
Yeah.
But I think for us, the worst thing about that job was that the itinerary was so like to the hour that there was no free time for us to just go and explore. And usually like on these trips, they'll be like, okay, you're working from then till then, and then you've got 2.5 hours to go and like do your own thing or go and get some content and like not, do you know what I mean? Just free time basically. But there was no free time. Everything was like planned, forced fun or work.
So we went to Stockholm and we didn't see any of Stockholm.
No, none of it.
I don't even know what Stockholm looks like, honestly.
Genuinely don't know. I just know what that hotel looks like, where they taxied us to.
Yeah, and the Mamma Mia Museum.
And that was it, ABBA Museum.
And that was it.
Obviously we just went there, sniffed a bit of perfume and came back.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, perfume was delightful.
Yeah, the brand is really cool. I used it just before going to... Today, to the dinner. Like, I really like them.
Or just to our dinner tonight.
Yeah, I've got it in my bag. I just went...
That's sweet. I mean, I love it too, but it's just don't feed people like a grain of granola.
But the other influencers are all skinny people that probably were full up on all of that, and they're like, I'm full.
I'm so full.
And you're like, really?
What?
But the only good that came from that is we made friends with the yoga teachers, Kat and Sal.
Aren't
Aren't they amazing?
That was amazing. You're right, there's a silver lining to everything.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to Kat and Sal.
Cheers to meeting the only normal people on the trip. Apart from like some of the influencers were fine and lovely, but we just really gelled with like the yoga teachers that were there.
Yeah. And also, this is the other tea.
Go on.
So basically,
the other tea.
The expectation when you go away on these trips is that we're going to post on our social media, on YouTube, on Instagram, and on lots of these trips, not just this one.
Yeah.
We're there with mainly content creators who take beautiful photos on Instagram.
Like stunning.
They're stunning girls, stunning boys that have amazing clothes. They know exactly how to frame themselves and take lovely photos.
Their wardrobes like change every week.
Yeah.
They have a new wardrobe weekly.
Yeah.
We buy like 4 new items a year.
And then it's just sort of kind of smart cash. We're never really like high end.
We're just like cash.
And honestly, these people are taking all these stunning photos, and we could see it. We'll go on Instagram and search the hashtag and they're all looking amazing, and we're just not. And instead we're like, oh, we'll film a YouTube video about it instead, and the client's like, okay. And we just don't, because that's not our vibe. We don't take nice photos.
We don't take insane photos, no. Like, it's very rare. Like, I don't think anybody follows us for aesthetic photos.
No.
There's just no one that follows us for that. So, like, when we turn up, people are probably thinking, what are these 2 clowns doing here?
The trouble is, we're all substance, no style.
All substance.
Other people are all style, no substance.
We're the opposite.
Yeah.
We're trying to be more style, but it's hard.
It's hard.
Because to have that, you've got to have the budget.
Yeah.
We don't have the budget. I'm going to take my watch off.
Take it off, hun.
Don't get me wrong. My watch is stylish, but tonight, I just need to be free.
Come on.
Thanks, guys.
I hope this experience, people were like, oh, boo-hoo, you got to go to Sweden and like you didn't get fed, and
Is that, do you think, how it comes across?
Probably.
All right. Well, what's the even worse brand? Have we had really difficult brands?
Probably.
Have we had brands that are like, do it again, film it again? I can't think.
No, because we do a good job.
Even if we don't do a good job, we've had a manager that, pardon me,
that puts their foot down.
Yeah.
And says, no, they're not redoing it.
Yeah.
That is the benefit of having a manager.
Yeah. Just is always up for being the bad guy.
Yeah.
Good cop, bad cop. Like, what? I'm trying to think of some other bad experiences on the job.
We just paused to
have a think,
and we've remembered like the most mortifying experience we've ever had with a brand.
Oh my gosh, this is actually so mortifying.
And it's all our fault. It's our fault completely.
We didn't check the video.
So basically, I remember at the time I was in New York with my brother. This was January 2020.
Yeah.
And I think we'd just been on our, oh no, this was before the yoga retreat. Anyway, it was a sponsored video. We were working with our editor at the time, and he's great. He's amazing, like really close friends with him. But it's basically, he edited the YouTube integration and forgot to cut the start of the video.
Oh my gosh.
And we forgot to proof watch it before we sent it to our manager. Our manager also didn't proof watch it, sent it to the brand, and the feedback from the brand was like, what is that intro? Like, can you cut out that intro? They look really disinterested in the brand.
Oh my gosh.
We were like, what? We got the feedback back and we watched it, and should we reenact the start of the video?
Didn't you also like
burp or fart
or like
or something?
You did something like burp or fart, and also we were just like, we were half asleep.
Let's reenact it now.
I
okay,
can't
so we sat down. Or just the fart, I don't know word for word, but we were literally just like,
okay.
Okay, should we start filming?
Yeah, let's start filming. Okay, 3.
Who's gonna, what?
What are we saying?
And then I do a big fart or something, and then we're just like, okay. 3, 2, 1. Hi, we're Joel and Lia. Like, it was the worst, and we were like, oh my gosh.
Like, as if someone's paid money for that. Like, we were mortified that that had been left in.
And I still am now thinking about it. I'm like,
mortified. Like, we were so tired and lazy, and that just wasn't, that day just wasn't it. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying every brand deal is like that, because it isn't. Like,
no.
Sometimes we've got loads of energy.
Well, the thing is, that wasn't even to do with the brand. It was just to do with the fact that when we meet up and film, we film like loads of videos in a row. So naturally, the first ones we film, we're like, oh, this is great energy.
Yeah.
Pardon me, the last few are a bit lower energy, and that happened to be one of the last videos we're filming that day, and we're like, come on, we need to just film it.
Okay, should we do it?
It was the worst.
That's what got sent to the brand, because we just downloaded it from our editor, uploaded it, our manager sent the link, No one proof watched because whatever, we didn't have to.
And it was a lesson to our editor, it was a lesson to us, and it was a lesson to our manager.
Always proof watched.
Proof watch the video.
Oh my gosh, it was mortifying.
Yeah,
we were so embarrassed. Didn't that brand actually come back again in the future?
I think they did in the future, so it was fine. I think because they'd had a package deal, they knew that that wasn't our regular stuff, and I think they thought that we were trying to be those quirky YouTubers that were keeping in like a naturalistic...
Trying to be funny.
Trying to be funny.
Oh no, we were just exhausted.
It was just the worst thing ever.
That's so embarrassing.
Isn't it?
That, like, what even is the title of this video now? Is it like worst brand, or is it like worst things we've ever done?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll see what,
gosh.
yeah. But that is probably the worst experience with a brand, which was nothing to do with the brand.
It wasn't even them, it was fully us.
It was completely on us.
Do you remember like when, I don't know, that's not even a bad experience, that's just kind of like a mediocre experience where we just got paid randomly to go and create content for their website.
Yeah.
We were around this area of London, in East London, and they were just paying us to just go around and film ourselves, like go to the cereal cafe.
So you had a meeting with them at the WeWork, and they were like, here's the money, go create content for our website. We were like, okay.
We were like, yeah, okay.
That was cool.
We were like,
can't
fine.
Complain, that was
no
fine.
complaints, actually.
No complaints.
That wasn't a bad experience. I'm trying to think of like some ones that stand out, but I can't. I remember like sometimes we work for a brand and there'd be like an activity attached to it, like say when we work for, and we go and turn up and we're like, oh, we're here with da-da-da.
Yeah.
For our treatments, and they'd like just look really blankly at you.
Yeah, that is awkward.
And you turn up and it's like you've just turned, like, it's like, oh yeah, head office know that we're coming, and you're there, the people on the ground there just look at you as if like you're some sort of alien looking for a free treatment or so, your free experience.
I know.
That you're making it all up, and then you show the email and they're like, one sec, let me go and get my manager, and it's just so uncomfortable and so like I'm just cringing.
I know.
It's not necessarily their fault. Well, maybe it is actually.
Well, yeah, they should probably let the people know. But it happens often with like, I don't even want to talk about it because I feel like it comes across privileged.
Really? Is it privileged? I'm sorry.
No, not that part, but I was gonna say something
else. Okay. Okay.
As in like when we get gifted like free meals out, and then we're like, oh, the bit, and like it's just not going to come across.
Oh my gosh, that is so... No, but I don't actually... You can acknowledge your privilege and say that story.
Okay, come on then.
Okay.
You can say.
Okay, so it happened to me as well.
Yeah.
I was invited to the Ivy for free meals.
Lovely.
The Ivy, lovely. Get there, order the meal, and then like, you know, I've already said at the beginning, like I'm here with da-da-da, I've been sent, yeah, cool, go and sit over there, order your stuff. And then at the end, they just bring the bill, but like the whole time you've agreed with the PR that you're doing like an extra, you know what I mean, like a freebie, and that you're doing a deal, you're there for work, and then they just bring the bill, and you have to have this really awkward moment where you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't think you understand, like I'm creating content here, like this is a PR sponsorship thing, like I'm not paying. How embarrassing. I mean, I know it's privileged, it's privileged, but they emailed us. Like, you emailed me. Yeah. So what is this? Is it fake?
Well, yeah, it feels like a scam, because like, well, you invited me to come for free and now you're charging me, and I'm like,
oh my gosh. Okay, I mean, it's not a bad experience, it's just kind of one of those, when you're a Brit, it's quite uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like, you'd actually just rather suck it up and pay the bill, and do the job for them, and create the content, and post it, and promote them, but not, you know what I mean?
On the other hand, I got invited by Bill, and it was great, and I said to Lucy, I was like, oh, it's gonna be really awkward because they might not realise like that we're here from head office and Anyway, we arrived, they knew exactly where we were, they escorted us to a table, we all ordered food, and then they were like, what about a bottle of Prosecco, what about this, and we were like, okay, yeah, and they just brought so much, and it was just amazing.
What did you get?
Oh, I think I got pancakes, and I got like a full English fry up, and like they just kept bringing more and more food, and I was like, this is great.
That's wonderful.
This is wonderful.
So obviously I don't live in Chichester anymore, but Brasserie Blanc invited me.
Lovely.
Well, like they were like, hi Leah, we'd love for you to come down to the Chichester branch and have a, you know, free meal and blah blah blah. And I was like, hey, I don't live in Chichester anymore, I'm in the West Midlands now. Hoping they'd be like, well, why don't you come into one of our others? And they were like, oh, okay. You're like, okay. You know, you're just like, oh, okay. You're just looking for promotion.
So funny.
But also, lol, like I have been there for 2 years, hun. Yeah. Why'd you email me now that I've left?
Yeah, sod's law.
Just sod's law. I mean, that sounds, all of this is so privileged.
Oh, it is.
But we only do these kind of videos when we're in our gowns.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we might as well play up to it with the gowns and the Prosecco. Yeah. But I feel very lucky that when that happens, I'm just like, this is amazing. And I can't believe anyone would ever want to, like, work with us, let alone give us free things. So.
Are you in disbelief?
I'm in disbelief. disbelief. I am, because let's face it, we're like just very average, middle of the road YouTubers. It's not like we've got millions of subscribers.
No.
So it's like, oh, amazing.
But
Thanks so
didn't you
much.
get an apparel black card?
Yeah, I'm now a member of the Sprit Squad. I've got an orange card, which is their version of a black card.
What's hilarious is that a few years ago we both despised apparel spritz, and then Joel had one summer with one fling where he now loves apparel spritz.
It's amazing, but do you know what?
How do you say it? Aperol.
Aperol spritz.
So I keep saying
apparel spritz. No, we went to an event, another sponsored event, when we went to Just Eat Food Festival. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, they gave us, sorry, this is another side tangent. They gave us all these free tokens to spend on food.
Yeah.
And by the end, we hadn't used up all the tokens, and so we left and we were so full, and we were like, sorry, we didn't use up all the tokens. And they were like, whoa, you lose loads. Most people don't finish half of their tokens. And we were like, okay. And we were like, oh, we're really greedy there.
Gosh, that's
and it was so funny.
Gosh.
It's because we love food. But anyway, we had an Aperol Spritz there, and I think they put in too much Aperol and not enough Prosecco, and it was quite bitter.
Yeah.
And then when I had Aperol Spritz made properly with the correct amount of Prosecco to Aperol to soda water, because it has all three,
right,
it was delicious.
And you were like, yeah, I'm keen.
And I was like, I'm keen.
And now he's part of apparel.
Exactly. Just by some sheer coincidence, they reached out and they were like,
do you want to be a spritzer?
And I was like, absolutely.
Yeah, so basically what that involves is you getting unlimited spritz.
And other events and things, and they said,
oh, you can go to a spritz event? Yeah.
Well, yeah, they've got some sort of alcohol tasting event, but I can't go, so sorry.
So the invite's out there, guys, if you got
if
something
you want
in
to
there.
go.
Yeah, well, so there you go.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of another funny experience, but I actually can't think of anything that's either embarrassing or awkward. I suppose, oh, actually, I've just thought of one, but there's no way I'm talking about it. There's just no way. It's too fraught. The 2-year rule has to apply,
the
or
2-year rule.
Like the 2-year rule for most things, but if it isn't, then like it's just members only, I'd say.
Yeah, I think members only for that.
There's no way. There's no way.
It's too risky.
Too risky.
And our management will see that.
No way. Okay.
Anyway, let's wrap up this video.
Okay.
Sorry if this has come across.
Okay, I feel like really recently you're really worried about trolling.
I do get very worried about it.
Just don't go looking for it.
No.
It's hard to miss though, isn't it?
Well, it's hard to miss when people are like saying horrible things and like
in the comments.
Yeah.
Not even in their heads.
Not even in their heads. It's like keep it in your head. And also our hearts are in the right place. So we will mess up sometimes. But I think it's, like we said, we've acknowledged that we're privileged by it, but hopefully it gives you guys an insight into what some of the behind the scenes of being a content creator is like. What?
Sorry, I always cringe when people are like...
What?
Like, hopefully this video like has given you an insight to what it's like to be me.
Why?
I don't know why.
Not like, to be me, but
like, hope this gives you an insight into what it's like to be a YouTuber.
Well, because
like,
no one talks about like the bad brand deals or experiences they've had.
Yes.
Because they're all too afraid.
Yeah.
And this is when Joel Lia don't work with any brands ever again.
Do you think it is?
Yeah.
Do you think it's career suicide?
Career suicide.
Surely not.
No, I don't think
because
it is.
Most brands, like bar a few, are really concise. Like, hey, we get what you're all about. We'd love to work with you. Here's our main key points. Do you want to work with us? And you're like, yeah, actually, you're really great.
Yeah.
Like, let's try out the product and then to see. But when some people are like, hey, here's an essay about what our brand message is. Can you guys do a video? And you're like, what am I going to pick from this essay to talk about? And then you pick the wrong things, and then they're like, you didn't say all of the other things. You're like, because you sent us an essay.
Yeah. Should I spill the tea on that YouTube friend of mine?
Oh, yeah, you can if you want. Yeah.
When they said basically a brand that they've been working with, a brand will tend to say, we want to sponsor 60 to 90 seconds of a video.
Yeah.
And this YouTuber will time it to exactly 60 seconds to give them the most minimum amount of exposure.
Kills me.
Which I was like, oh, you time it like Leah and I always go above and beyond. Like we always give them like 2 minutes. 5 minutes. Honestly.
Like, they've paid for the 90-second integration and we just go on and
we just go on and on because we want it to be a genuine thing and really good. So anyway, he was like, no, I time it. And this brand had sent all of these points. And so they were like, oh, this brand sent me like 16 key points to include. But obviously in a 60 seconds, I was already speaking really fast to try and include it. But I only got about half of them, about 8. And the brand came back on like, you're speaking a bit fast and you didn't include all the points.
Oh my God.
And they were like, well, that's your 60 seconds. You pay for 60 seconds, so you're only getting that. And I just was like, I really admired their strictness.
Yeah.
And because they're a lot bigger YouTuber as well, so they,
Right.
I felt like they could get away with it. Whereas I'm always just grateful for the brand deal, and I'm like, yeah, it's whatever you want. But I'm like, no, we need to be a bit more like that and be like, no, you've paid for 60 seconds.
Oh my god.
That's what you're getting.
Never in our lives of the years of doing sponsored content we've been like, right, okay, timer's on.
Our main thing is
Skillshare.
Yeah. Isn't that hilarious?
It's hilarious. I wouldn't dream of doing that.
No.
But I think it's better to go above and beyond, because then like it's just more genuine. I don't know.
But it's getting that sweet spot, because you want to go above and beyond for the brand and do a good job and make it a genuine interaction. However, the audience that have clicked on that video, they want to watch the video, and lots of them don't really want to sit through a long advert. Like,
I think
do you know
we
what I mean?
all forget people can just skip.
Yeah, they can just take the
Do you know
bar
what I mean?
and
They
scroll
can
across.
literally go, oh, here comes an ad. And most people say they would much prefer a spoken ad, like, you know, what are they called? Integration, than mid-roll, pre-made by YouTube
really?
ad.
Interesting.
They would rather watch your favourite YouTuber talk about an ad than be served an ad by the platform. Is it not? Interesting.
Yeah, I know, I think that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. But anyway, there's the behind the scenes on brand deals. I'm sure we'll think of some more.
I mean, there's another one
go
that
on then.
I mean.
Keep going.
So just before this, I was telling Joel that I was contacted by somebody who wanted to use a segment of my video for a advert that's going to be on YouTube. I was like, yeah, great. They had a really good fee. Said yes, signed the contract, cool. And this brand was Google. Google were paying for it. Cool. Then about 2 weeks later, I don't know if that same person passed on me or my details to another person from Google who said, hey Leah, we want to use this segment from this thing. And they didn't ask, they didn't say they had a fee. And I was like, oh hey, like tell me a bit more about the event. And it was a Google event, it was internal this time. And also they were submitting it to Cannes, like there was a festival and a big thing around it. And they said all this stuff. And I was like, wow, sounds like, you know, sounds like a great project. Like for this, I would charge X. What's your budget? Like I said, what's your budget? Usually I would charge because I'd just done one 2 weeks ago. And he was like, oh hey, sorry, it's exposure only. And he's emailing on behalf of Google.
Google.
And I was like, how strange. I've just done a job for, you know, you guys in the same field, and I've just been paid a very healthy fee for something very similar, not internal, blah blah blah. And I sent him the proof, like this is what I got for the other job. And he was like, oh, I'll go talk to them. Then came back to me and said the maximum I can offer you is $100. Google is the client.
That gets me two reasons.
Kills me.
Firstly, you initially said there's no budget, and now you're saying $100. So there is budget.
So there is budget.
And secondly, it kills me off because $100. Are you joking?
You're Google.
Google.
I'm sorry, but I know how much you earn.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I
you take half of all our AdSense. Thanks very much.
He was literally like, there is no budget, but I have spoken to them. They can offer a nominal fee of $100 or £100 or whatever. And I said, look, usually I would charge for this. However, seeing as you're like, they were so forceful that it's like internal event only. It's only going to be shown to a few advertisers in an internal event, and it's going to Cannes and all of this. And I was like, well, I'll have a digital ticket for Cannes for the 3-day event, so I can watch all the stuff, and I'll have the $100. Anyway, he replied, being like, yeah, I've got you the ticket. For 4 days later, he replied, being like, yeah, I've managed to secure you a pass to the event. You're not going to take the footage. I want to come to the event.
Yeah, I want to see my footage.
I want to see it on the big screen, even if it's just a digital event.
Well, hopefully it will be good exposure. But
I'm sorry.
I hate that phrase because like I can't pay my rent in exposure. Well, I don't have rent anymore. I can't pay my mortgage in exposure. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, my mortgage isn't going to be paid by exposure.
My mortgage isn't going to be paid by exposure, so cough up.
I'm sorry, but you're Google. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he was connected to the people that emailed me before. I don't even know how he got my email address. But anyway, ridiculous. I'm just outing them for that.
Yeah, well, people need to pay for work.
I know, cough up.
As another YouTuber, Cherry Wallace, said in her recent video, complaining about brands that reach out for things, she was like, you'd never contact a plumber and be like, can you work on my house and I'll pay you in tea and biscuits. biscuits. So why would you reach out to a YouTuber and be like, oh, can you like shout out my product and we'll pay you in free products?
Oh my gosh, stop. I agreed to something. Sometimes when it's quiet and someone's like, hey, can I send you this and exchange some posts, I might say yes, because I've got nothing on. So a brand emailed me in Feb, when there's nothing happening, and we agreed I'd do some posts for them on Instagram for a product. Then I didn't hear from them and I never received the products. It's now June. They sent me an email being like, hey Leah, just confirming your address. Well, obviously I've moved house, so I no longer live there, so don't bother sending the products to my old house. And I was like, I just emailed them back being like, I'm really sorry, it's now a busy time of year. I have to prioritise paid work.
Yeah.
Can we postpone? They've asked to postpone until September. I was like, September's also really busy usually.
That's a busy month.
Contact me in January.
Yeah.
I'll do it if you're watching this and you happen to be a brand. Like I might do a freebie in Jan or Feb.
Yeah, but not
in
now.
Come on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's a no. No.
No.
So I've got Google pay me $100.
Yeah, no.
Stacked out.
Yeah,
anyway,
stacked out.
Genuinely it was a no. But that's all the goss and tea for today.
Yeah.
How long until our live stream? 10 minutes. I have to get set up, Joel. With
10 minutes for a live. Right, we need to cut this off. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We post videos every single week.
If you're watching this, this is in the future. The live stream is not now. It's a past one.
Yes.
When we look like we're here. And if you want to watch our members videos, then you can subscribe to be a member. It's more juicy gossip, etc.
Yeah.
Loads of juicy stuff.
Why are all the lights flickering?
It's to do with shutter speed. I'm really sorry. It's to do with we need expensive cameras. Oh, I know.
Another thing.
Donate to our PayPal. So we both.
Yeah. Our copy link is down below.
Right. Love you guys.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Take
See you
care.
soon. Bye.
Bye.